One of the biggest reasons that I love old video games is because I love the feeling of nostalgia. And to me, when I'm just, living daily life and then something comes up that I don't remember, but it unlocks core memories from when I was a kid, and then all of a sudden everything comes like rushing back in. I just love that feeling. And it happens to me pretty regularly because, I do a lot of like social media stuff with old things, retro things from when I was a kid. The other day, I saw a Facebook reel of just a few seconds of an old like skit show, and the segment was called Prometheus and Bob, and the show was called Kablam. And if I remember right, Kablam was almost kind of like a Robot Chicken before Robot Chicken. They just had little shorts, weird stuff, and I can't remember everything that was on it, but it was good. And when I saw that, it just made me so like happy. And of course I went on like a deep Google search of like all these other things that were from Kablam, and of course I can't remember the names now because that's how I work. Now I have a reason why I'm gonna look it up. I want to go back to that place again. Sometimes I will seek out things that I can remember, and sometimes I try to find other people that remember them too. Like I used to watch this show, I don't remember if it was a Nickelodeon show or a Cartoon Network show. It was called Butt Ugly Martians, and it was super funny and it was good and I loved it. Or there was another show called Magus XLR that my brother and I loved. It was great. And I could soon be like, Invader Zim. Everybody remembers Invader Zim. Nobody ever forgot Invader Zim. It's cool, it's old, it's great, but everybody remembers it. I like to remember the things that not everybody remembers. I used to watch Reboot. I don't even know what Reboot was about. I barely remember it. I just remember like blue people in like a digital world or something. And it was great, and I would love to watch it again. So it's one of those, like, I need to look it up. I need to find it so I can watch it some more. Like, I love Beavis and Butthead, but everybody remembers Beavis and Butthead. I want somebody to show me a piece of what we would call nowadays content, what they called back then television, that will unlock those floodgates of all those old memories and just bring back those feelings, that nostalgia. There are old video games that I have like these vivid memories of that I cannot figure out what they are. I can't remember their names. I'll remember like just a couple of minutes of gameplay from them. And there's this one, I could swear it was a Sega game, because I think for like a minute we had some Sega console. It was like construction or something. I don't even remember, but I remember driving like heavy equipment in it and doing like jobs, just commercial stuff. And it was just fun, but we didn't have it very long. So it's hard for me to actually recall much about it, but I would love to find it. And I'm on a mission to do so. There's this other game that I remember playing. I don't know if it was going to be Nintendo or Super Nintendo or one of the other oddball ones. I swear it had something to do with samurais. I vaguely remember it was dark. It seemed like everything was like red and black and yellow. And I remember playing it on an old TV with the big wooden cabinet and the big fat back on it. And it took up most of the living room. It was crazy. And the screen wasn't even that big. I long for the day that I accidentally find that game, because it's not going to be on purpose. I guarantee it, because I don't even know where to start looking, but someday it might come up and that'd be great. And then I'll have that feeling again and it'll keep me inspired to keep doing this. This sometimes is hard to do. Sometimes it's hard to think of, oh, do you remember this? Did you ever play this video game? How special was this? I'm not the best at that kind of thing, and it's very hard, but I still love it. So I'm going to keep trying to do it. In the meantime, I'd love it if you've watched this and you made it this far and you can think of an old TV show or a video game or anything like that that you enjoyed that maybe not everybody's going to remember. Go to the comments and post it and see who remembers it. Like Eureka's Castle. Did anybody else watch Eureka's Castle or Maggie and the Ferocious Beast? I loved these things. I remember like staying home from school watching Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. What I would give for a day to just stay home and watch cartoons.